Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sound effect.
And welcome to another show. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yes! Sorry, this is my favorite.
I am Todd T. Riley.
I'm Scott Johnston.
And I'm Heather Vallone.
And we are
The Sound
Effect.
Of course, normally I'd say we can't forget our man Doug behind the scenes, but we got JD filling in for Doug tonight because unfortunately Doug's daughter's sick. We hope she gets better really soon. So Doug wasn't able to make it tonight. Thank you for your help there, JD. Appreciate you, man. He's going to be, if it sounds bad, it's his fault because he's doing the audio tonight.
Yeah, all
I'm
complaints
just messing with him.
direct to JD Thunder.
Yeah.
However, if you like the show, no.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, as you can see, Michelle's not here. She is sick as well, and we hope she gets better really soon. She went on a cruise, the mega cruise.
Yeah.
Lucky her.
Yeah.
But she got pretty sick from that, unfortunately. Hopefully she gets better and she'll be back with us on the next show. So we asked our friend Heather to stop in and fill in for her. So thank you for being here, Heather, and co-hosting tonight. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me and letting me sit behind a microphone. Oh, God, you guys are in trouble.
Well, I wasn't sure about that. We thought we'd give it a try. So. Tonight, as you can see, is our special Halloween show. And our guest tonight has actually been on the show before. He's been on here a couple of times, in fact. And he was one of the very first live performances that we actually ever had here on the show, which was awesome. And he has his hands in a lot of things. And once again, we have live in the studio with us.
I have no comment about
musician and filmmaker Thomas Crane of Marion Crane and killDevil Films. Welcome, Thomas. Thanks for being here again, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, so...
Mr. Soft-spoken Thomas.
Oh.
I'll speak up.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here, man.
Anytime.
So, yeah, we are doing things a little different tonight. So, we're having a Halloween show. And we're only going to be talking to Thomas and talking about what he has going on and about his film. And we're going to be showcasing his work and have several videos lined up for tonight, and some of which are fit perfectly with the Halloween theme.
Yes. Imagine that.
Imagine that, Mr. Thomas
Imagine
Crane.
that.
Halloween? I don't think so.
Speaking of the Halloween thing there, you noticed after our intro, we had another song there for you from Not Your Ordinary Melodies with Danica V and Nicholas Baines, and we want to thank you for that as well. That was called Is It Halloween?
Nice. Also, you guys don't want to forget the social media poll tonight. For those of you that are already voted, obviously tune in. You can see the result of that. And for those of you that haven't voted, go check it out. You know, we'll be sure to share the results with you before we're done.
It's too late though because it ended because we were supposed to do the show last week, but we
That's
didn't
right.
skip.
So
it
those of
ended
you that
already.
want to know, just go log in. You know,
want to know ahead of time.
I'm
Check it
so
out.
last week.
Yeah.
I'm so last week.
Well, it worked out pretty good to be able to push it back for the Halloween thing. You know, with Halloween just a couple of days away and having Thomas coming in and stuff. It's a perfect guest for Halloween.
I appreciate that. That's a high compliment. Thank you.
It's very true, actually, man. You know all the stuff that you
I have
do.
one note, you know, and that's a note.
Yeah. So let's just go right ahead and jump in with talking to our guest.
All right, I'm gonna just be like, I'm gonna be on here.
So our guest tonight being filmmaker, before we talk to him here and get a taste of some of his work, I'm going to show you a little promo of his film and a promo of what he does, just so you guys have an idea of what killDevil Films does.
Check this out.
There you go, some
Very
killDevil
cool.
film for you, and
Very
Thomas
cool.
Crane. That's some pretty cool stuff you got there, brother.
Thanks, sir. That was that's actually the latest. I tried to hold off as long as possible and include the latest stuff. So
Yeah, I was trying to find your latest stuff to make sure we had it for you tonight.
actually, a couple of those videos aren't even released yet. But
Oh, nice. Got a little
So-
premiere for you
Yep.
right
Yeah.
here. Tried to talk him into doing a premiere of his new song. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
you know, I shot it last night. I tried.
You just didn't edit fast enough, man.
you know, I failed. But no, I got till Thursday though, so I got tonight and tomorrow night.
Yeah, because you're wanting to premiere that Halloween night, aren't you?
Yeah, I've
What's
actually.
it called again?
It's called Spook House.
Spook House. Okay.
I actually recorded the song May, and I've been kind of sitting on it. And my original plan was, maybe like August I'll put a video out or something, and then I just got so busy that my own stuff just sort of fell on the wayside, and it got to a point like September. I was like, okay, some other people who do projects like that might relate to it, but if I don't give myself a deadline, then
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just gonna keep pushing this back, and like I want to put it out. And since it was fall, I mean, that was pretty fitting.
Halloween's.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, if you're gonna release a song in October, you know,
Yeah.
so
Well, especially if you want to call it Spook House.
yeah,
Well, right.
it seemed to fit. So
Yeah, very fitting for that indeed. So let's talk about your movie, man. You got a Halloween party, right?
yes, it is out. It's actually, I don't think it was out the last time I was here.
No, it wasn't.
No.
You hadn't
we-
released it yet.
That's right. It got released on Amazon Prime in the summer. I think it was late July.
Fantastic.
We got a distributor in the UK. Really awesome people. They put it out for us. They're trying to expand it to as many digital places as possible, based on how it does. It got expanded to one last month. A new digital streaming service that just does horror movies. So the way the returns are on those things, it's
Is
very
that Chiller?
It's Chiller, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lags by several months, so I have no idea how it's doing. So
Oh, wow.
I'll know in December how it did in August. So we're doing that, and so yeah, it's actually out. You could watch it right now. I mean, wait, after the show.
Yeah, right after the show.
You could just go to Amazon Prime.
That's
and
awesome,
then,
bro. Congrats.
thank you. It was a struggle to get that one out. we probably don't have enough time in the show to tell the whole backstory of that. I was just telling a friend last night how much of a struggle it was to get that made. Some people already know the story. I actually shot that movie twice, but
You
anyway,
shot it twice.
yeah, I did. It's an interesting story. But
Well, you're gonna have to tell us. Something.
okay.
You gotta tell us
It's
something.
an interesting story.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a
have
great
time.
story. I'm
Do you
not gonna tell you
have,
though.
you have issues with actors on the thing that shoot it the second
I
time,
I had issues with a lot of stuff.
or just not happy with shots?
The main issue at first was the acting, and the guy who ended up being the main character, Sean Gloria. He's our third guy who's the cast for that part.
Yeah.
The first guy pulled out a week before we were supposed to shoot. Got a replacement. Super nice guy, wasn't right for the part, and so I kind of had to reshoot a bunch of stuff. And in between all this, after I shoot all this stuff, and I'm not making this up, I had literally my hard drives and everything fall out of a moving vehicle.
Oh,
Oh
geez.
my gosh.
I'm not making that up. And they were lost for months. And it was basically like, the universe is telling me something here. I know I'm hard-headed and stubborn, but you need to redo this. And then we redid it, and we found the right guy. Sean nailed his audition tape, and we had the clip you're gonna play eventually is what we sent everybody to audition with, because it's a pretty long monologue, and you got to be. It's to me, it's like one of the most important parts of it. So they had to nail that to get the part, and he was the only one. He just nailed it. And
Cool.
It was,
Awesome.
What kind of excuse would somebody use to get out of starring in a video or movie? I mean,
I mean, I can't even remember.
Life.
It was very.
my wife won't let me.
It was very.
It sounds like your excuse.
It
I
was.
hope there's some kind of mutual.
It was a very
understanding somewhere.
general. I don't want to use the word excuse, but it was a very general thing. And I mean, it is a low budget movie. I mean, it was a paying gig. It's not like they were doing it for free. So I don't know. These things happen. The moral. The moral of the story is, and this was a valuable lesson I learned: if your lead pulls out 5-6 days before you're supposed to shoot, don't rush it. It's an education. That's why you do these things. You learn. You won't make that mistake again. Or at least,
The one thing I would think would cross my mind, especially if you filmed it several months ago, is the fact that you might have learned some new stuff where, boy, I wish I would have done that then.
You have no idea.
You had
It's
that
I
opportunity.
can't even watch the movie anymore. I shot that at the end of 2017. So
Yeah, so
Shot
right
that
now
far
you're
back?
like,
Yeah.
boy, this is not up to date with my style.
I would have just been like, man, I would have done that differently. I would have done that differently.
It's a good learning
Right,
experience,
Lighting would be
so-
different here.
And your audience has no idea this new
Yeah.
concept. They
So
like the old one. Why would you know what I mean?
everybody who makes movies deals with this.
Sure.
You make a movie, it gets out 2 years later. It's like, oh, that's what I used to be able to do.
Right.
Now I can do
Right.
this. And
Yeah, my main.
Well, you grow. You do
Yeah.
other things, and you do
Yeah,
other
you just
shots. You learn more stuff, and you're like, man, I wish I would have remembered that or knew that
or
back
knew that
then.
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, my biggest problem with the videos, I just don't want my kids to see them, because it's not appropriate for children.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
All right, let's
That's
choose
what
some-
Eddie
Is there,
Murphy
is
did,
there another
actually.
backstory that needs told here?
There's a reason Eddie Murphy did all the kids' movies.
Party all the time just didn't bring in a paycheck.
Didn't do it.
I mean,
He
that,
brought in a paycheck. It
people
just
don't
wasn't
realize
what he
that
wanted
was,
his
that was
kids
Eddie
to.
Murphy. My girl wants to party all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
Eddie Murphy. sing
wow.
along.
I see why you ended up playing Donkey and Shrek instead.
Oh my
You
gosh.
know?
He probably made a ton of money off
Oh,
of that.
Oh, he did.
I-
you know he did.
I would play the donkey in Shrek.
So would I. For half his
For yeah.
Yeah. For half of what he makes. I'd do it for a quarter, probably.
Yeah, I probably would too. Probably would too.
I'm sure the payday was really good. So let's go ahead and play that clip, man.
Awesome.
And
Yeah, I wanna
and then
see
we'll
it.
play the promo so you get a little better idea of the full
Hey,
value
awesome.
of the movie. So here you go. This is Halloween Party, and this is the clip you said that he actually auditioned with.
Yeah, this yes, this was this is like about a third into the story, and this girl, it's Halloween night. She's at his doorstep. She's covered in blood, catatonic. He's trying to see what her deal is. Does she need help? What's going on? She's not being responsive, so he starts to get kind of frustrated, and he kind of goes off on a spiel.
What's the whole movie about? Overall story behind it.
I can't give
Like
too
if
much
you had
away.
to give a description.
The synopsis I used on IMDb was a local hero. Our guy is a firefighter. Is at home preparing for his Halloween party when a mysterious woman shows up covered in blood. And throughout the night, they both have their secrets, and they get revealed.
Sweet.
Ooh.
I like twists.
So,
Cool.
yeah, there's definitely twists on it.
Very cool. Let's check the clip out and then the promo. It's Halloween Party.
You know, this night used to mean something back when it all started. It's over 1,000 years ago. Samhain, which is actually pronounced Samhain, but most Americans are phonetically challenged. Anyway, did you know this is originally a Celtic holiday? Pagans. You know, the kill your livestock and prepare for winter type thing. They believe the souls of the dead come back and visit their homes. And legend says that spirits and mortals could move freely between worlds, and people would wear costumes and they'd sing songs, and they'd have huge feasts, fire rituals, and make sacrifices to the gods, burning people alive. It meant something, though. They'd have huge feasts, fire rituals, make sacrifices to the gods, burning people alive.
So there you have it. Halloween Party, a Thomas Crane film, killDevil Films. Good job there, brother.
Pretty cool.
Looks pretty good.
Much appreciated.
I'm going to have to check that out for
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you.
So,
This chair.
If
Squeaky.
are you going to the Spooky Empire convention this weekend by any chance?
you know, I
or-
wanted to. That looks pretty cool, man.
It's
That'd be
fun.
great.
It's
That
fun.
would
It's
be
the first
great.
year it's in Tampa, so it's
Is it really?
It's always been in Orlando.
Yeah, okay.
They're coming down here this year. Well, if you're going to be there Sunday, it will be playing. So
Oh, will it? Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are you?
That's
So are you
awesome.
going to be there?
Yeah.
Like the whole weekend? Or?
Yeah, whole weekend.
Cool, man. So,
Isn't
who knows?
Bruce from Evil Dead
Yep.
going to be there?
Pretty sure Bruce is
And
there.
Alice
Yeah.
Cooper is going to be there. I
Alice
believe.
Cooper's there too?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot
That's
to do, and honestly, like, I mean, it's fun to meet people
Yeah.
who.
Those conventions are cool.
It's fun to meet people who were in your favorite movies growing up, but it's also just fun to be around a bunch of other horror nerds because
Yeah. A lot of fans.
It's like a comic book convention,
I-
but
yeah.
for
Very
horror
much.
people.
I get there and I'm like, oh, I'm amongst my people. All right, I'm home.
Feel right at home.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
I
they're
would go
fun.
just for that.
Yeah.
But
You may make some connections there too that may work in your favor too. You never know.
That would be cool. I tend to just see what happens.
Do you usually go to the Spooky Empire?
Usually, they would do one in near Halloween, then they do one in the spring called Mayhem, which is the same thing but smaller.
Okay.
I can generally always make the Mayhems because that's not quite as busy as October, so my October attendance is kind of hit or miss sometimes depending if we're booked.
Yeah, I used to always go to the Walker Stalker in Atlanta.
Yeah, I've heard. I haven't been to that yet. I hear it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was actually a celebrity assistant for it, so that was cool. Like working along with them.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
would have been nice.
Yeah.
it was cool. So I worked with the guy that played Shane and the guy who played T-Dog. It was all mostly Walking Dead people. But
You went and saw all that too, didn't you?
Yeah,
Todd, or
yeah.
no?
I went on the tour and stuff and toured all the sets in Alexandria and
but I
various
haven't been to a
places where they
Spooky
shot
Empire.
it,
I
so.
really wanted to go to that.
Well, I highly recommend.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. So, keeping with the Halloween theme here, and some of your spookier videos, we're going to do War of Thrones, Channeling Demons. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that one, man?
Well, that one's apropos because Heather worked on that one too. That was a few months ago. It wasn't that long ago. Like August,
You
September.
released it very
that-
recently.
That was my second video with those guys, and the first video was more of like a performance-based video, and then they came to me. They're like, I think it was Rich, their bass player, was like, "Yeah, we want to do an exorcism," and I'm like, "Well, you've come to the right place."
Look how his face just lit up.
yeah.
It just lit up.
Yeah.
But so did mine. I was
Yeah.
so excited.
I was like, let me stop everything I'm doing and let's write some ideas down. And so we did it in like 2 days. The band stuff, we actually did that at the Brass Mug, but we didn't want it to look like just like a bar.
Yeah.
So we had a bunch of lights and made it look like a dimension of hell. That was the goal.
Yeah. Flames.
Flames, yeah. It was supposed to be very in its own thing. And then we did all the exorcism stuff another day. Harmony Miller was the possessed girl. And it's funny, we actually played Halloween Party because they needed a priest and they're looking for people. I'm like, wait a minute, I got a guy. The guy who's the priest in the video is a cop in Halloween Party. So like he just kind of has this cop priest look, and he's a very good professional actor. His name's Tony Arias. So I was like, hold on, I got you. And he was totally up for it. And we did some fun things with vomit and and crucifixes. I finished the video and they were stoked about it, and I was stoked about it too. And the funny thing was they're like, yeah, the label loves it, but we might want to make an edited version, just in case, because like when they run ads and stuff like on Facebook, they're very, and I've experienced this too, they're very strict on what you can show that's rated R, I guess, is so I had to kind of make an edited cut, but it happens.
Yeah, but that makes the video even more, because people will want to be like.
I took that as a badge of honor that it needed an edited
Absolutely.
cut. So
Yeah, right.
I was like, yes.
I played the
I've been
unedited.
censored. This is great. I'm getting somewhere. But
you're doing something right. Then when they have to censor your work, it's like, okay, cool. This is
but
working.
that was a fun day.
Getting a
We
little
had
serious there
that was a
when you do
fun,
that.
busy. It was a long day. We had a great crew.
I think we were there for like 12 hours or something.
Yeah, it was a long
crazy.
day. I know, your makeup on Harmony took. I mean, it was an intensive makeup, and
she had she has a full tattoo from her neck, full chest plate, her arms and her legs. I had to cover all of it.
Oh wow!
And make her into like what, a 12-year-old?
a little younger.
Sort of?
You know what I mean? No, not showing tattoos and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Make her look more innocent, I guess, so to speak. And we had a ton of crew helping out with throwing pages everywhere and holding fans. Like, it's funny, like watching the raw footage because I see 12 people helping out.
Right.
But on the video, you only see. I mean, we had people. I think my friend Corinne was like, with the light, we're trying to get the light to flicker and like little stuff like that. That seems trivial, but it's really not. You need help doing that.
It's a big picture of things.
We had like, thank you crew.
Yeah, because I mean, because Corinne was doing something else, and then she asked me, she's like, "Do you want to do the plug thing?" And I'm like, "I don't know how to do it." So I had to.
It's not a fun job.
No, I had
It's
to
not
get
fun.
in between the bed and the nightstand,
Out of
but
frame.
but get out of the shot.
Right.
And my
Right.
arm is way back behind that, and I'm having to take the plug and just going back and forth with the plug.
Basically.
And because we couldn't
is-
use the light switch
This
because
is
the
low
red
budget
lights,
movie making.
you know,
Yeah.
but it does not look low budget, honey. It was amazing.
Low budget movie making 101.
You
But
gotta
then
do
again,
what
you
you
know,
gotta
look
do.
at look at what some of the things that Stephen King did. Like look at Poltergeist, for example. I mean, that's a badass movie. Who would have known that they're using like, fish bowls and all sorts of stuff to get weird lighting reflections
Yeah.
and stuff. I mean,
No,
it's
for
like,
real.
Okay.
Yeah, that stuff's been done throughout history in Hollywood.
I mean, really,
and stuff.
whatever gets it done on screen, it's just not on screen. No one, I mean, obviously, if you have a bigger budget, it makes it more convenient and easier.
Oh heck yeah!
It's
But
CGI,
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta
everything.
do and stitch stuff together.
Yeah,
so-
but but being on set and watching, first of all, how long and how dedicated you were to all these different things, and then seeing it done, I was like, oh my gosh, look how that worked. I mean, it was so cool to see
fun.
how it was
It's
all
all in the
done
shot,
in
man.
person and then see it done.
I think out of all the
Crazy.
videos I've ever done, I spent the most editing time on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should make
For
a
sure.
behind the scenes video showing you.
I'm working on that.
Okay,
I'm working
there
on
you go.
that. So
I do have
that's going to be a
behind the
part.
scenes pictures.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Cool.
saw some of the ones that you were in that one also. The one where you got your new character.
Oh no,
Or is
that's
that-
a different one.
That's something different.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's something different. I did the special effects makeup for that for Thomas's.
Cool.
And then I was on another set for another one of his videos. So watching Thomas work, I have pictures of Thomas in shorts, by the way. That was a beach shot.
Well,
so.
I can only
We'll
imagine.
talk later. I
You know,
can't
I'm gonna
believe
keep those in the vault later. I'm kidding. I would never. It's
probably the only time you've worn
I
shorts.
respect this man too much. He's amazing.
that. Well, thank you.
You don't have to comment on that.
I'm gonna go over here and see. Oh, Corinna's laughing.
My legs
ha,
would be
ha,
white,
ha,
too.
ha, ha, ha. Oh,
So
Corinne.
cool. Yeah, actually, we had a tough time picking videos, man. You have so many really great videos and stuff. So I'm trying to find some good ones to
Thank
really
you.
represent your
Thank
work
you.
and that
that's
we
a-
could show tonight.
That's a
And
good one because it's
So, in the spirit of Halloween, and let's check it out, man. It's Thomas
Awesome.
Crane's War of Thrones video. Our good friend Wade Black. Thanks, guys. And Channeling Demons. Not for the faint of heart.
How many times can you feel this sensation? Like a drug that gets you high. Pursuit of
There you go. War of Thrones, Channeling
That is
Demons
cool.
by Thomas Crane and KillDevil Films.
Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's
Great
a cool
job,
video.
man.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool.
Actually,
very
excellent
cool.
job. Very reminiscent of The Exorcist.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, we kind of knew we were going to pay some tribute, you know. So there were certain things, if we're going to pay some tribute, that we got to include. You know,
Yeah.
we got to have Captain Howdy in there, and we got to have you got to have some Green Vomit and things like that. We added a few things. I don't think in the movie there's not like Bible pages spinning around and things like that, but there's definitely 3 or 4 nods. Like, yeah.
Great job
Yeah.
on spinning your head around.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. That
Ashley
was
Taylor says, anyone wanting split pea soup now?
Heck yeah.
Then, Joshua Pancake says, yes, I'm starting to crave it.
All right.
all right.
I
Good
love the
stuff,
special
man.
effects
You know,
makeup.
as far as like influences and stuff like that, I mean, did you ever like look at like Tom Savini's work, or who did you study that really? Well, let's talk about
movies?
like horror stuff, horror movies.
Oh boy, my parents let me watch horror movies when I was way too young, and so it was very much the classics. They let me see Psycho, then they let me see Halloween. I saw Halloween and The Shining within like a week of each other when I was like, wait, no, I'm sorry, Halloween and The Exorcist when I was about 8 or 9 within the same week, and
Wow, they let you watch that early, that young?
Oh
yeah,
my
I
God. That's a
and
little
I haven't really been
disturbing
the
for
same
you.
since.
See, this is what happens.
This is what happens.
You let your kid watch this stuff. Next thing you know, he's,
Take care of your children.
Yep.
So it was really like the classics. Yeah, I was a huge, like, I love the slasher movies and the Halloween movies, and you know, just the like Jaws and The Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Rosemary's Baby, Night of the Living Dead, like just all those classic ones. Those are still my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I appreciate effects, and I've worked with a lot of really cool effects artists. I'm not knowledgeable in it really at all. I loved all the Savini movies from the '80s. Those were just over the top awesome.
Heck yeah.
Like Day of the Dead is just so good. I love the practical effects. He did some really good ones.
for his time. I mean, he you know.
He
'cause
revolutionized
we
it.
didn't
'cause
have CGI like that back then.
I used to do this horror podcast like 6 years ago with a friend of mine, and we had this long discussion about it. Like the Friday the 13th series never would have became popular if it hadn't been for Tom Savini's work on the first movie, because the movie itself is a very much run-of-the-mill slasher movie, just like a million others, but it had these great gruesome effects that no one had ever seen before. And it was all Tom Savini and his work. So he basically, if it wasn't for him, I don't think that wouldn't have taken off. And he did a bunch of other ones. He did Dawn of the Dead, but I think Day of the Dead's his best zombie.
Yeah, yeah.
That, I mean, I don't
They
know
used
why,
to-
because the movie isn't all that great, but I liked it though.
They used like real pig intestines on Day of the Dead. And,
Yeah.
people got sick, and it's fantastic.
Well,
Well,
then
he's not called the Godfather of gore for
the
nothing.
Friday the 13th stuff too.
Yeah, he did part 1 and 4, and it was funny because he hates the sequels. He thinks they're unnecessary, but he came back for the 4th one. And he wanted to kill off his creation, and he did. It was good. There's some other good ones. Rob Boutin was a really good special effects artist. He did John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah,
which is
nice.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
effects.
yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's still it's like my favorite horror remake, I think. But yeah, I mean, we could talk this all day if you want. I've
So
got
is
a
there-
lot of knowledge.
Is there any new direction you're trying to go? Like any new things you're trying to do, like stop animation or anything like that? Are you trying to?
Yeah, actually, it's funny you mentioned that. The video I'm doing for the new song I'm putting out actually includes some stop motion animation. It was the first time. Well, I shouldn't say first time. Like in the War of Thrones video, I mean, I had some basic stuff like a cross moving across. I've done basic stuff like that, but for this video, I was like, we were watching like the Brothers Quay or something, and we were like, man, that'd be really fun to try that. And so a good friend of mine actually created this character doll specifically for the video.
Cool.
And she did a fantastic job, and we just kind of figured it out. And it makes you really appreciate how much work goes into that, because I mean, I shot probably like an hour or two of footage, and I got like 20 seconds of
Yeah,
good,
exactly.
of good,
That's
of
about
good
it.
stuff I could use.
Move, shoot, pause,
so-
move.
Yeah, you gotta you're working with miniature models and miniature sets, so
Yep.
it's very interesting. And I don't know, I like that stuff. I mean, CGI is cool and computer effects are cool, but there's something like an extra added little richness to it if it's actually a real thing.
Yeah, warmth, so to speak.
Yeah, that's why I always prefer practical effects over CGI. I mean, I've seen some really good CGI effects, like we're talking blood and stuff, but to me, the practical stuff is better. I don't know. CGI always just takes me right out of it.
Takes the human feel away, kind
I'm
of.
like, I know I'm watching a computer graphic. I don't know why.
They've stepped it up recently, though.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I've-
if
Star
you
Wars
got
for
a big
me.
budget, man.
I've seen some really good ones.
New stuff is
some of the
fantastic.
most impressive, and it's not really overly gory, but like David Fincher, and this is what I've read. Now, I don't know about 20 years ago, but now supposedly doesn't ever hardly use real blood on set.
Really?
Because when they're doing takes and stuff, there's continuity issues. Like I believe all the blood on the girl with the dragon tattoo. I don't know if you saw that movie.
Yeah.
Nah, I know what you're talking about.
From what I read, if it's accurate, that was all like CGI. CGI
Really?
blood, and I just couldn't
Wow.
believe it. I was like, that is the best CGI blood I have ever seen. Didn't notice
The,
it. But
the series, like Final Destination, did a lot of CGI stuff.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, those movies were interesting. Yeah.
I mean,
There's a chair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, some of it was kind of cool. I mean,
yeah, I watched
like
them.
when somebody gets cut up into pieces and they're like pieces are literally.
Wasn't there one like pulled into a pole drain or something?
There was
lot of
this
different
stupidest
paths in
ways
that,
of
man.
dying.
I
and
don't
it's
know,
just
but I will never
dumb.
ever. Well, you shouldn't go
That's what I
anyway. But
liked
I will
about
never
it.
go into a tanning bed after those movies, The Final Destination, or drive behind a
think
truck
one of
with
the best
logs.
parts
Yeah.
Yeah, I
is,
think about that.
Yeah,
the thing
all the
coming through the
time.
windshield. It's
Actually,
like, oh,
something just like that happened the other day for real.
One of the best ones, I think, was
That's
part of
good.
the fear that everybody always has on roller coasters. When the
Oh,
roller
yeah.
coaster track moved and they went flying. I mean,
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm about to go to Busch Gardens soon.
Cool.
Enjoy.
I'll be thinking
Great
about
time.
that. Thank you very much.
Busch Gardens, the next sponsor on our show.
That'd be nice. We're looking for sponsorships. If you're
Yeah.
interested.
Well, we've got
So,
some a few comments here.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Brian says that a very professional looking, excellent job, and the head spinning was wicked.
there you go.
Cynthia Lucas, this is incredible cinematic quality. I'm scared I peed a little.
All right, that's a good thing.
Ashley Taylor, yep, the
That's
best
when
movies.
you know you've done a good job.
Yeah, when somebody says that they peed a little. That's why I like your work because you're a classic. She's a classic she loves classic horror movies. And great job, Thomas Crane. That's by Brian again. All right, we're caught up on those.
Cool.
Well, thank you
Awesome.
all for watching. Appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate you watching for sure. Let's, in fact, let's show you some more work that you've done. This one's a little more live concert event style.
Which one are we doing?
Eve to Adam,
Oh,
Day
Eve to Adam.
Drinking.
All right.
yeah.
All right.
So-
That was, oh boy. I those
It's like
guys.
there was a few shots getting thrown
I've-
down during that.
there
I
was.
would think you would.
There
I would.
was.
I would have to get into character for the
There
shoot of that
was.
video.
Yeah,
Oh
thanks,
boy,
people.
I can't do that. I've worked with those guys 3 or 4 times now, and they're good friends. Their bass player Island's a really good friend of mine.
Yeah, I had a tough time picking between their videos, but I decided to do this one because it was the most recent.
Yeah, it is.
Stuff,
Yeah,
so.
we did that in June, I believe, up in the mountains in West Virginia. And I'm not going to go into it on the show, but I could write a book about that weekend.
I'm sure.
Based on things that happened, but out of respect for the band, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to divulge certain things, but it was a
She's my
it was a
sister.
crazy. No, no, not like that. Not like that. Although we did end up in the weirdest bar I've ever been to in my life that looked like an American Legion, but was playing rap music and had every age range and.
Did you say rat or rap?
Rap.
Oh,
but
right.
it was like a country bar. It was
It's
weird.
like, wow,
Were they
okay.
We
playing
thought
country
it
rap?
was from dusk till dawn or something.
Oh, good.
We didn't know if we were gonna
Speaking
survive.
of Tom Savini.
Yeah, speaking of Tom Savini. But yeah, it's always fun working with those guys, and the song's about drinking. It's day drinking, so I mean, there were drinks had, not by me though.
Drinks to
you
be
gotta be
had.
professional.
Nah, I
man.
saw you doing some shots in the video, man. Telling me they're fake shots.
Yeah, of course.
They were CGI. CGI
shots.
CGI shots.
CGI shots. I'll never get drunk this way.
That's
Cool.
great.
Let's check it out, man.
I really
Check it out.
loved the version they did in No Easy Way Out.
Yeah,
That
I
was
did too.
spectacular.
I
They
did
did a
too.
really, really good one. That's almost the one I ended up picking, but I wanted to show this one simply because it was the most recent one that you've done, and a little bit of change up and stuff from things, a little more
Awesome.
different view, and
Yeah,
with the live shooting and everything like that, the concert footage in there. So check it out, Eve to Adam, Day Drinking.
Again! Can't get him on the phone. I'm trying. We gotta keep trying. Keep trying. It's got a answer. Keep trying. Keep going. We'll try him one more time. We can't miss the show.
He's not answering, man. I'm trying. I need a drink.
Drink
Gotta
responsibly.
love
Don't
that
do
put
what I
in there in
do.
that back.
That's
Drink
awesome.
responsibly. That's awesome. I love the guy falling down.
So how as the video started, Thomas shared something rather interesting with us.
Yeah, the one of the funniest things about that video for me is that it's based on a kernel of truth. They were on tour at the time, and they were having some RV issues, like legit breaking down issues. So I was like, hey, you want to put that in the story, because like it's kind of documenting how this is going. This is really happening. So
and when you're on tour doing that, it's enough to drive you drinking.
It's yeah, exactly. You know, so it worked. It worked out. We created a little scene there, but
Cool.
it was
Really
based
love
on
that
reality.
band. Yeah, so that was Eve to Adam and Day Drinking. So I love that band, man. They're really good.
Yeah,
so
they
I'd
are.
love to have them on the show sometime.
Yeah, that'd be excellent.
We show all their videos then. So let's go on to the next one we got here. Some more work from Thomas. This is Losing September. What can you tell us about this, Rise of the Loser?
All right, so we this was shot partially in Chicago, partially in the middle of nowhere in Indiana. The whole concept was based on the Blues Brothers movie, and
Nice.
Getting the band back together, kind of thing. So that's the story. It's funny, the opening scene at Joliet is the last thing we shot, and they took me to the airport right after that. But that was the whole point of doing it there. They had a show on the books already, so it was kind of like, okay, do the show. So he gets out of jail, he gets picked up, and he picks the band members up, and then they make it to the show.
We're on a mission from God.
But the stuff the singer's dad owned this big farm, and he had this huge like three garage thing that had all these old cars that were just rusted, and a lot of just stuff that was fun to play with.
Yeah.
And it was in the middle of nowhere. It was very Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was great.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool. So let's check it out. It's Losing September, Rise of the Loser, another film by Thomas Crane and killDevil Films.
So, we're getting the band back together?
Rome killed the man. I'm tired of hearing that it was the Jews. Pilate's command. Manipulation by the church societies. Like brainwashed zombies focusing on their lying TVs. JFK's assassination led to LBJ's inauguration. We're still alive, still alive. Learn to change our minds. We're still alive, still alive. Learn to compromise. We're still alive, still alive. Learn to change our minds. Learn to coincide. Sympathy, a judge of one's perception. Democracy has found since our inception. Integrity, a principle forgotten, lies and deceit. We must fight to stop them. JFK's assassination led by DDE's Vietnam invasion. But we're still alive, still alive. Learn to change our minds. We're still alive, still alive. Learn to compromise. We're still alive, still alive. Learn to change our minds. Learn to coincide.
Cool, man.
There you go. Another one from Thomas Crane and killDevil Films, Losing September and Rise of the Loser. Love that video. It's pretty good, man. They're pretty good bands. So.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
We
they
need
were
to get all these bands in here, man. You got some good bands.
Yeah,
You got some good videos.
they were
and
fun to
stuff
work
from
with.
these
Yeah, it
bands.
would get everybody all together and do something. That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be awesome.
I think they're based out of Pittsburgh, or well, the singer lives in Pittsburgh. The band lives near Chicago. I don't know where they're based.
Hey, we
but-
can Skype now.
How you guys end up hooking up? I mean,
well, they're on Curtain Call.
Curtain Call, yeah.
And John kind of sent them my way. So
okay.
Cool. Well, we finally got Skype up and running, so we can Skype with bands now.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Get
You should
them
do
in.
that.
That'd be kind of cool. Actually, it'd be cool to have you in the studio if we get somebody like that Skyped and
Yeah, like
that you've worked with, you know.
and yeah,
So
that'd be cool.
very cool. So we got one more video for you tonight. Then we're going to do the show poll real quick, and then we'll end things out. And we're going to show you a little teaser of Thomas's new song and video. Just a little bit of a teaser for that he's going to be premiering on Halloween. We tried to get him to finish it up for tonight, but he didn't have a chance and not enough time after
Hey,
shooting last night. So
it's-
we understand. It's cool, man.
I'm still plugging away. That's what I'm doing right when I leave here.
So, Avenging Benji, Head Above Water. The song says it all in the video and stuff. I love that you filmed this out on the beach, huh? Was that
Yeah, it was somewhere. It was near
It's
Sarasota.
Sarasota.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a decently nice. I mean, Sarasota's pretty.
It was. It was a nice.
Yeah,
beach.
so I was expecting for us to get kicked out at some point.
Yeah.
Or somebody to say something, you know. But we just set drums
well,
up. and
there was an officer that pulled up one time. We're all like,
they gonna.
"Are
They
we
gonna we get
gonna
tossed.
get kicked out?" And I think we sent Key's dad over or something.
Yeah, somebody smooth the situation over. You gotta have somebody with you who's
that's
you
exactly
know
what
can
you
smooth
need.
it over. Like, cool, look, we're almost done.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they're not hurting anybody. But yeah, we did that stuff on the beach, and then like a sandbar, and the drums and stuff were literally in the water, and that was funny.
Was there a trick to holding the drums down? To get them
No,
to stay?
that's the funny thing, because if you watch the raw footage, he's like trying to keep them down. The waves are crashing in, and he's like yelling at them, and they're like, "Just play,
Yeah.
just go."
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
So, and we had a guy, Joe Cracion, who's also the guy who plays a musician in the story, is a musician, so we just use his real name, and we shot a bunch of stuff. We shot like 3 days, just different in Sarasota, all over the place. I got to play a sleazy record exec, so we didn't have anybody, so it was like I was like, Corinne, slick my hair back and just make me look sleazy. So yeah,
All right. Yeah,
That's
he
always
also
fun.
gets my man Wade Black there and guest vocals in the
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and in the video. So
I'm in the crowd shot.
Boy, the whole family is so tight.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
It's small.
we all know each other, and
it's a small world.
everybody's bending each other's stuff and helping out. It's pretty cool,
So
man.
let's
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad
check it
we're
fun.
able
out.
to do that.
Love this one. Avenging Benji, Head Above Water.
DJ Jazz on K-Rock, bring you the most cold-crushing rock and roll on your LA drive time. Turn it up.
Gotta love it, man. Avenging
Heck
Benji,
yeah.
head above water.
That was cool.
You know, salt water and music equipment does not mix very well. So, but I love you could tell you were there all day because the water was kind of low there, and by the end of the thing, drum kit's floating.
Yeah, it took a while. That was not an easy day at the beach, but I survived sunlight, so it was good. It was
good. Sunlight.
It was an experience. It was fun.
Yeah.
So that's the video that you shot in shorts?
Allegedly.
Nobody has it on camera, so it may not have happened.
I can't confirm nor deny that.
That's awesome. Thanks, Thomas.
Cool,
Appreciate you being here tonight,
cool.
man.
Thank you for having me.
You know, all these different great videos. Where can people check them out?
You can go to killdevilfilms.com. That's the main hub, but we're also on Facebook and Instagram at KillDevil Films. Just search us, you'll find us. That's pretty much it. We have links to every band we work with, and you know, I try to promote the bands we work with as much as I can. So when we're shooting with someone, push them out. Like, go check these guys out. Go check these guys out.
So if a band's watching right now and they want to get in touch with you for some work, how do they get in touch with you?
killdevilfilms@gmail.com.
Cool, nice.
Or you can call the Sound Effects Show and ask for Scott. I only charge like 15%, so it's I'll hook you up, man. Or you can just call Thomas directly and save yourself 15%. See, what a deal!
Yeah, we actually had a couple other videos lined up, but we just don't have time for that tonight, unfortunately. He's got a lot of really great videos that I wanted to play, so it's kind of tough to pick between them all and stuff. You know, we're going to play some more, but
well, thank you.
We appreciate you coming in here, Thomas, and let's get on to the show poll and find out the results of that for you guys.
So for our social media poll this week, what it was is, what's the best song by an artist that wasn't on their studio album? And that's Megadeth, Angry Again, or Rat, Nobody Rides for Free. I mean...
Now, both of those were movie soundtracks.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Angry Again is... You know, I don't know, I was into that tune. I liked it.
The Rat was the more popular of the two, I believe. You know,
Probably
by
so.
far more famous.
Probably
I mean,
so.
when you mention the two of them, the one that pops in my head, just instantly pops in my head, is the Rat song. You know,
I played both of them in cover bands. So.
But I personally like the Megadeth better. So, how about you, Heather?
I'm just gonna say Megadeth.
Just because?
Just because. I have no idea why, but no, yeah.
Dave.
Dave. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So what?
Speaking of Megadeth, there may be something really cool happening for the show in the near future. We'll let you know.
What do you think, Mr. Thomas, out of those two?
I'll go Megadeth.
No.
So it's a landslide on Megadeth. How about you, Jay?
Landslide.
Which one you like, brother?
However.
Megadeth, baby.
Megadeth. No, landslide, Megadeth here in the studio.
This is odd because here in the studio it's a landslide. However, the actual poll results have Rat winning 67%. Believe that or not.
Yeah.
Believe that or not.
I think it's probably because of the popularity of the song compared
like
to
what
the
you
other
were saying.
thing. Like I
Probably
said, when you think of the two right off the bat, you know, honestly, the Megadeth song doesn't even come to mind, and the melody and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, but the Rat song immediately comes to my head. You know, nobody. You know, right off the bat. So that's probably the reason why that one won it out. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, 67%.
Awesome.
67%.
You know, Doug already picked one for our next show, and I completely forgot what it was, so I don't have it written down, but you'll find out tomorrow. It'll be up in the next day or two.
Yep.
Thanks to our man Doug. So be checking that out. So let's. We're gonna close out tonight. We're gonna play Thomas's latest. So why don't you give us a little feel about it there, brother? New music from you.
It's new music. I haven't had anything new come out in a while, and I started working in the spring on more different kind of style a little bit, kind of more industrial, more electronic. And so it didn't really fit my other band, which is more straightforward rock. And I couldn't think of a damn band name for it. So I kind of struggled with it, and I was like, screw it, I'll just put it out under my own name. So it's called Spook House. Video's coming for it. We just shot a huge portion of it last night. I don't, just listen to it, and if you think it's cool, check it out Thursday.
And you're going to be premiering it when?
Thursday. I don't know what time yet.
Halloween.
Get to it Halloween.
The suspense needs to last.
Yeah. You doing it on your Facebook page or what?
Yeah, it'll be on my Facebook page. I have like an artist page that I use for that kind of thing, and it'll be daytime. I'm not gonna wait till night, so it might be morning, it might be noon. I guess you just have to keep checking.
All I know is you probably have a couple cups of coffee in you before that happens.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen, but yeah, I've
Come
been
up with
very
a brand of coffee next.
Yeah, that's my next coffee and hot sauce. I want to do a hot sauce brand, but I've been fortunate. I've had a lot of really talented, awesome friends work on this with me, and you'll see a tease of it in this teaser. But I'm fortunate to have a lot of just great friends and who are awesome. So they've all helped me do it, and so yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was supposed to be. I had my dress all picked out.
Oh, there was some
Still
good
hanging on my closet door right before I got here. I'm like, I'm supposed to.
There was some really good outfits. It was looking good.
Yeah, I saw some.
I didn't want to give too much away on the photos today. So
well, cool. Let's check out the teaser video you got. This is Thomas Crane and his latest music and video that he's going to premiere Halloween night. Spook House.
This is no movie now. I'm a spook house. I'm a spook house.
So there you go. Check it out. A little teaser for you. Spook House, the latest from Thomas Crane. His new music and new video coming out hopefully Halloween night. I know he's going to premiere Halloween night, so be on the lookout for that. We appreciate you coming in again, Thomas. Thanks for everything, man. So our next show is going to be Tuesday, November 12th, hopefully 8 o'clock, and we're going to let you know real soon who our guest is going to be on that. So be sure to tune in, and we've got something special coming up, hopefully right after Thanksgiving, because that'll be our next show and our last show before Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving will actually be our 1-year anniversary on the show, and we are shooting for a very special guest, and hopefully if he's going to be in here, he'll be performing live as well on a new project he's been working with, and we'll let you know who that is, and pretty sure he's going to be here.
All right.
So it's going to be a cool thing for sure. Definitely a cool thing. Be premiering some new music and a whole new project, and hopefully he's going to be able to make it. So
be sure to tune in and see what kind of anniversary gifts I get. I'm expecting a lot.
And speaking of anniversaries,
however, I would like to say thank you to Bake More Pie Studio. I mean, these guys let us do our show here. And I mean, I can't say any more than that. I mean, to be able to have this type of opportunity and work with this level of people is awesome. So with that said, I mean, if you're a company out there looking to do, whether it could be an instructional video, it could be, you could do a podcast. I mean, there's a lot of different things that they have the capability of doing here.
Yeah, and I also, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to chime in and also say thank you to Bake More Pies as well, because they've been very supportive in some shoots we've done that couldn't have pulled it off without. So it was very much appreciated. And also thank you guys for supporting independent artists and highlighting people and getting things exposed. It's really both you all doing awesome stuff. So
Thanks, man.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me on
yeah,
tonight.
thanks for being
and it was
on.
really exciting that I was on the show. No, sorry, Michelle, that you were sick tonight. But that I was on with Thomas and you guys. So thank you.
Well, thanks for filling in. Appreciate
Absolutely.
you, especially last minute like that and
Yeah.
stuff, stepping in. Thanks to JD for helping us out over there with the audio tonight and switching the cameras for us. Be sure to visit our website at thesoundeffectshow.com where you can see previous shows and find out what's coming up on the show calendar. While you're there, be sure to click on the links to visit our social media pages and share us, like us, add us, subscribe to us. Closing out the show tonight, this is not actually a Thomas Crane video, but it's a new music showcase one, which we do every week, and one of us picks that. Doug picked it for tonight. Unfortunately, Doug couldn't be here. We hope his daughter gets well soon. We hope Michelle gets well soon. And so closing out the show tonight, we're going to be doing the latest from the band Angel. This is Doug's pick, Under the Gun. Thank you very much again for watching. We appreciate all of you, and we will see you next time. Thanks again, Thomas, for coming in.
Thank you all.
We'll see you next time. Should be Tuesday, November 12th at 8 p.m. Have yourself a very, very safe and happy Halloween.